Dear all, Namaste and welcome to today's English class of grade 10. We are in unit 14, travel and adventure. Under that, we are dealing with grammar first and grammar second. So, you know the topic, don't you? You know the topic, don't you? Okay, I'm focusing something over here. Don't you means repeated question to confirm something, right? I wanted to confirm something that I know. Saying don't you at last, at the end of the statement, right? I repeated something to focus. You know the topic, don't you? So such type of questions, short question which is asked at the end of statement. Okay, so you have to source such questions in, okay, in the story that I give you, okay, later on. I'm going to share a story. Do you like stories? Don't you? You like it, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story, okay. Then you have to focus. You have to focus the questions just like don't you. This type of short questions in the story. Are you ready? Okay, here it goes. Surprise birthday party. Okay, do you like surprises? Okay, of course we like it, right? So here is a story of surprise birthday party, and you know your job, don't you? You know, okay? So let's do it together. It was Kia's birthday and she was looking forward to seeing her friends. There they were meeting at Mamma Mia's, her favorite Italian restaurant, for a special birthday dinner. Kia was excited, wasn't she? She went to the restaurant at exactly 7 o'clock, the time they had arranged to meet. She looked around for a familiar face, but no one had arrived yet, had they? So she decided to wait outside and stood patiently in the warm evening sunshine. Okay, now tell me the short questions which I told you to focus, remember, and in the story of this first paragraph. What was the first? Let me write on the board, okay? I will write on the board these short questions. What was it? Yes, the first one is wasn't she, and there was statement before it, right? Wasn't she and question mark. And the next one is yes, had they. Okay, statement, and there was at the end had they. Okay, and then question mark. Okay, let's continue our story. The restaurant quickly filled up with customers, but none of them were Kia's friends, were they? Okay, were they? Statement, comma, what was there? Were they? Question mark. Where are they? Is this same question as before? No, this is a full question, right? So we will not list it out. She thought at 7:30 she was still waiting. So she called her best friend Isa. Why doesn't she answer her phone? Kia asked herself. Then she called John, Alex and Yoko, but they didn't answer either. What's going on? She wondered. Let's continue the study. At 8 o'clock, Kia went home. Her friends had forgotten her birthday. She felt lonely, didn't she? Okay, yes, didn't she? Statement, comma, and didn't she? Okay. She opened the front door and walked into the dark house. The living door was closed. How strange, she thought, because she always left it open. Nervously, she opened the door. Suddenly, the lights went on and her all her friends jumped up and shouted, "Surprise!" So it was a surprise birthday party. Okay, so not in the content, but we are focusing on these questions. Okay, actually we had to write statement as well, but to make it quick, I have written just these short questions. So these short questions come after the statement. The short questions, these short questions are called, what are these questions? Yes, tag questions. Okay, these are called tag questions. And today our grammar I and II exercises are based on these short questions. Okay, so let's get into grammar I. Okay, what grammar I exercise is there? Let's go through it. Grammar I exercise A. Match the following. Okay, match the following exercises there. Okay, so we have here many options on our column A and column B side. So column A, there are statements, and column B, next side we have short questions as we discussed. What are they? Yes, tag questions that comes at the end of the statement, right? These short questions. Okay, actually this is also there are so many options than except these 5. I have just separated it to make it easy, and so how it can be incorporated in one slide, different slide. Okay, so 5 options are only here, and remaining in upcoming slides I have kept in the upcoming slides. Now let's do this 5 first. Okay, 5 options. A. They don't need to come this evening. So what is the right answer? Or let's say, what is the right questions, tag questions over here for this statement? The right option is had you, wasn't it, haven't they, isn't he, do they. What do you think the right one is? Yes. Do they? They don't need to come this evening, do they? James is working on that. So what do you think? Had you, wasn't it, haven't they, isn't he? So the right tag question is, isn't he? James is working, isn't he? Okay. C. Poonam's parents have been retired. So the right tag that can be added to this statement is, haven't they? Right? Okay, D. It was raining that day. What do you think? It was raining that day. The right tag is, wasn't it? E. You hadn't met me before. Okay, very easy. Had you. So you might have noticed how we have been matching this and matching these tag questions. So it's very easy because you can see these verbs repeating, right? Don't, do. Here don't is here and do is repeated. Is working, isn't he is there. And have been, have is repeated over here, was is repeated, had is repeated. So it's very easy to guess what is the right answers. And have you noticed something more over here? Yes, if the statement is negative, like they don't need to come this evening, then what type of tag question is there? Affirmative. Yes, positive tag is there. Positive option is there. Like James is working on that, isn't he? Oh yes, here is working, isn't, negative. Have been retired, right? Haven't they? Was it raining? Wasn't it? Hadn't met? Had you? See, you must have noticed these things. So these type of short questions that are asked at the end of the statement, they are called question tags, tag questions, or these are also called tail question, T-A-I-L, tail, because it comes at the end of the statement. That's why this is also called tail questions. All right, let's continue our matching exercise. As I said, I have kept in different parts. Okay, from F to Z, another part. Let's see the options. He never came again. Okay, what would be the tag question that can be added? Never came again. What's there? Did he? Okay. G. She can rarely come these days. What can be the answer? Oh, I mean to say, what can be the tag question? Is can she? Okay, did you guess the same? Very good. Okay. H. You hardly ever came late. So the tag can be added. Did you? I barely know you. What would be the right option? Do I? Okay. And then J, you would scarcely expect her to know that. Of course, would you? Okay, we are following the same pattern. If statements are positive, then negative tags we add in. If statements are negative, we are adding positive tags. Here in F, he never came again. Never itself never made the statement negative, right? So here we add did he, positive tag. C, can rarely come these days. So rarely also makes statement negative. That's why can see. Similarly, hardly, the word hardly, barely, scarcely, these all words expresses negative, right? So negative, that's why all these tags are affirmative, positive. Okay, next thing we can notice over here is he never came again. We don't find any auxiliary verb or over here, right? Is, am, are, was, were, can, or some modal verbs. Nothing is there. So that means if there is use of main verb, at that time what do we need to use? Do form. Yes, did he. That's why came is there. Past form of the verb came. Past form of come is came. That's why did is used over here. Similarly, we use these tag questions according to the use of verb over here. Okay, got it everybody? Let's continue our matching. One more slide is there for matching. Okay, let's complete it together. Okay, nothing will happen. What do you think the right tag over here? Nothing will happen. Will it? Okay. I am right. Aren't I? You have to go. Don't you? I have been answering. Haven't I? And of course, nothing came in the post. What would be there? Did it? Okay. So, what have you noticed in this matching? Come on, tell me. Yes, again the same thing. Nothing, the statement started with nothing. That's why will it is there. And what about this L? I am right, aren't I? See, there is a use of am. Why not amn't I then? Do we say amn't I? No, we don't say amn't I. So instead of, if there is use of I am, then we use aren't. Okay, aren't I? And what about you have to go is there, and here don't you is there. So how it is possible? Why not haven't you? So we don't use haven't you over here because have is used as a main verb. Have is used as a main verb over here. So instead of have, we have to use do form over here. Alright, so all these are similar, so we don't need to talk about it. This is what matching exercise is completely done. Now we have to move forward, and that is exercise B. So what is that? Exercise B is about supply the correct question tags. So we should be able to supply correct tags in the following situations or for the following statements. Let's work out together. Are you ready? Well then. Okay, yes, let's start. B, supplying the correct question tags. Okay, first of all, we will supply the correct tags. Then also we will talk about why we have supplied. So, okay, why these tags are matched with the statements. We will talk about it as well. All right. Okay. Let's supply the tag for the first statement given over here. This will work. So this will work. Is it positive or affirmative or negative? What do you think? This will work. Of course, this is affirmative, right? So we need here negative tag. This will work. So here apostrophe ILL means, what is it? Will. Yes, will. So negative form of will is, of course, want. Want it. Okay, instead of this, we use want it. So have you noticed something over here? This will work, want it. Always we add this tag question, and then there is a question. That's why question mark is over there, and it always started with after comma and this small letter, right? Small letter. And one more thing, okay, what we need to focus over here is, can you see this contracted form? This is called contracted form. Not. Not, not is the short form of not is N apostrophe T. Want. Want it. So this is speciality of question tag. Alright. B. Well, I couldn't help. So couldn't help. The right tag is could I. Okay, did you guess the same thing? Very good. C. But you don't really love her. Don't really love her. So the correct tag is, what do you think? Do you? Okay, overall what we can talk about it, okay, after every slide we will talk about something more about it, and that is, okay, there are two parts in question tags. One is statement and another is a question. So we have two parts, statement and question. Tag question is also called tell questions, that we have already discussed, right? So two parts, and it is called tell question. Continuing the exercise, now it's turn of D, statement D. We would never have known. Okay, so we would never have known this apostrophe D is had or would, right? So our tag would be would we. Okay, so we would never have known. Never is already there. That's why positive. Would, that's why repeated, would we. E. The weather is bad. This apostrophe S means is. That's why our tag is isn't it. F. You won't be late. Want. Will not, that means, right? So it would be will you. Will you. Okay, in negative tag, not must be in contracted form. So here is not is contracted, isn't. Contracted form is used. Short form is used. Let's continue our exercise. Nobody knows. So what do we add? Nobody knows today. Okay. And here is the fact about this statement and tag. A tag question begins with an auxiliary verb. Okay, do they, auxiliary verb, do they, or isn't it, was there, wasn't it, right? Affirmative statement has negative tag and negative statement has affirmative tag. Here nobody means already negative, that's why do they. All right, next let's continue. You have a bath daily, then tag will be don't you. Next, you could not help me. What could be the tag? Could you? Okay, so here what we can notice, has, have, had, okay, used as main verb in the statement. If they are used as main verb in the statement, then we use do form and did form respectively. This is what we have already discussed a little bit before as well, right? Let's continue. Shut up. So at that time, what do we say? What is a tag? Will you? Yes, will you. So this is example of imperatives. So imperatives which often start with main verb like come, go, have, etc., or don't, or please, or kindly, and are meant for more polite request. If it is request, okay, they take will you. In tag, imperative statements talk command, order, right? Request, advice. So these imperatives take will you. Okay. Similarly, K, she has been working hard whole day. What will be the tag? Hasn't she? He was admitted to Pathan Hospital last night. So wasn't he? What we can discuss over here is, if there is verb 3, let's say third form of the verb, after apostrophe s, start the tag with has. If there is past tense, okay, here apostrophe c, apostrophe s, has. This is has, that's why hasn't she. And here in L, exercise L, last night is there, that's why this is past. He, apostrophe s, is was. Wasn't he? Okay, let's continue. M, you can make it. So what will be the tag? Can't you? And here we can say, after a statement there must be a comma and query, question mark, after a tag. Comma after statement and question mark at the end. Continuing. Okay, N, don't forget. This is also a command, right? Don't forget. Will you? Oh, let's have some fun. Shall we? So what we can discuss over here is, if there is let's, then that verb takes shall we, okay, let's, let, apostrophe s, let's, then shall we. Okay, what is there? Let us chat. Do you find difference between let's and let? Yes, there's no apostrophe yes. So let us chat will be will you, not shall we. So late plus late, along with late, if there's noun, pronoun, and then verb, that changes into will you. Q, your phone didn't break down. So here our tag will be did it, right? So here The first letter of tag is always small. We have something discussed already. Now let's move to grammar II. What is there in grammar II? Let's see. Okay, again add suitable question tags. I think you must be very confident now to add tags. Now let's continue doing the same similar exercise. So here we have statement I apostrophe D rather go traveling. So what is this I apostrophe D? Would, had, what is it? What did he say? Yes, I would rather. That's why wouldn't I? Okay, I would rather. This is would. That's why wouldn't I? So where there is had plus better, if it is had plus better and would plus rather, okay, had better. We say had better, but with rather it is would. So always come together. So if there is better after apostrophe D, start the tag with had, and if there is rather after apostrophe D, then the tag will start with would. Okay, are you clear? I would rather. It had better. It had with had it is better. With rather is would. Okay, so tag will be accordingly. Next, everything is okay. So what will be the tag over here? Isn't it? Okay. So in this case, what we can discuss is if any of these words, nothing, everything, this, that, or all, followed by a singular verb, then is used as the subject of statement. It is made the subject and used in the tag, isn't it? Okay. Then we go to next. I shan't be in your position. So what will be there? Shall I? D. I don't think he will come soon. So what do you think the tag is? Of course, will he? So what we can discuss over here is the affirmative form of shan't is shall, right? Shan't is negative form of shall. Okay. Let's continue. Let's not have cold drinks. What can be the tag? Shall we? F. All is well. What can we say? Isn't it? So let's discuss something over here. When there is use of let's, then we use shall in the question tag or tag question. Alright, let's continue. G. There is a coffee shop near the gate. What do you think the tag is? Isn't there? Okay. H. Nothing was there. Was there. Okay. So what we can discuss over here is if the statement starts from there, we use the very there as a subject of tag. There is repeated. Okay. Okay, let's continue our exercise. I. The car sped along the road. So what will be the tag? Yes. The tag is Jinjit. Okay. Z. He has got a very peculiar voice. So here he apostrophe S is had. That's why the correct tag is hasn't he. Alright. So what we can discuss over here is if there is a singular noun subject which is a neuter gender, we use pronoun it as the subject and the tag is written accordingly. Here we have subject the car. That's why the instead of the car we use it over here. Okay, alright. Then we have M. Everyone will be satisfied with my job. What will we tag? Won't they? N. No one met me last week. What could be the tag? Did they? Okay. So okay, these are like repeated exercises, so we don't talk about anything. Let's move further. O. Everything is perishable. What will be the tag? Isn't it? P. I think he's busy. What will be the tag? Isn't he? Okay, let's not talk about these sentences as well. Let's continue. K. Asmina, bring me your pen. What will the tag? Yes, will you? L. Navaraj seldom plays cards. Does he? Right? So what we can talk over here is, if the subject of statement is a noun, use pronoun in the tag. Okay, use pronoun like Asmina is here, Navaraj is there, and they are used as you and he over here. Pronoun is there. Okay, so we have come to the end of today's class about question tag, and we are almost at the end because okay, all the exercises are over. Now let me test you. Okay, quickly I'll give you some questions on the board and you have to supply the correct tags for these statements. Are you ready? Okay, look at the board. Okay, yes. Neeru never gets angry. Okay. Does it cover? Let me open the door. Let me open the door. Okay. C. He a wealthy man. D. I am right. And E. Navina used to play a lot. Okay, let's add tags to these statements together. Neeru never gets angry. What do you think the tag that can be added? Yes. Does she? Never is already there, so we need a positive tag, that is does she. Okay. Let me open the door. Okay, what do you think? Let mean, it's not let's. So what will be the suitable tag for this? Will you? Okay. Let's move to C. He is a wealthy man. Here, apostrophe S is there. So what is it? Is. Okay, that means here we need isn't he. Isn't he? Okay, I am right. What do we say? Amn't I? Is that correct? Amn't I? No. What we say? Aren't I? Finally, Navina used to play a lot. We did not do such type of exercise, right? So if there is used to, then we have to write over here, didn't she? Okay, I hope you have learned tag questions well with these exercises. These exercises helped also learn question tags. With this, we have come to the end of today's class and I would like to say thank you. Namaste.